Hello, and welcome to the Killen Report. You know, the environment and global warming is creating such a problem. What are we going to do? And do we even understand what's going on? And who can help us understand what's going on? Well, I have an answer for you. It is Michael Killen, the wonderful artist who interprets the environment, environmental plans. And today I want to talk with him about his newest painting to his repertoire of these, and that is Biden's plan to build the United States electric vehicle charging station network and job creation. Michael Killen, it's a pleasure for me to welcome you.
Thank you.
So,
And may I make a statement first?
of course,
You are 100% correct that climate change is a great threat to us. And then you mentioned the name of this painting. Well, mentioning climate change reminds me that Biden's infrastructure plan is making two big promises, and one is to help reduce the threat of climate change. And
mhm.
now I'd like to turn the floor back to you.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Michael. Well, I think one of the things that is really important is that people understand what the Biden administration is trying to do with their expansion of electric vehicle charging stations and the concept of job creation and this being part of all of that. And as I said when I introduced you, there's nobody better that I know to be able to explain this than you through your painting titled Biden's Plan to Build the United States EV Charging Station Network and Job Creation.
All right. This painting articulates one element of Biden's infrastructure plan. And that one element is to build the National Electric Vehicle Charging Network and create jobs. Now, one can see in the painting, a little bit on the left of the center of the painting, a group of people heading up the hill, and they're going to this building that is in the process of being built. That building is a symbolic representation of 500,000 charging stations that Biden wants the nation to build. And all those folks are going up to get a job. And note in the very center, there's a ball, a white ball on a blue platform, and there's two hands reaching out to that black gate. I think of it as a gate. And those two arms represent Biden and his teams opening up the gate to create an opportunity for thousands and thousands of Americans to work.
Well, I appreciate that. I see that there are some structures with black doors on them and they're open. What's going on? Who's walking into those? What's happening there?
Well, the doors are opening to symbolically represent that people have come out of those buildings to start going up that gentle hill to get a job.
And then there's also a building that I see in the background with looks to be a red door, a red double door. What is that?
Um, that represents a government building. And the government building is taking in some electricity. And you can see a bolt of electricity coming down below the white charging nozzle.
Mhm.
And the Biden administration plan includes making it possible for, let's say, every state, city, county building in the country to be able to provide the charging capabilities to their community.
So the charging symbols that branch off from the left and the right of the area that is symbolic of the charging stations being built and go to different places. Talk about that symbolism.
Okay, if we go up to the top of the painting on the left side, we see a rectangle block, and inside of it is a turbine. And that block represents the creation of electricity. And those yellow symbols that look like lightning, they're symbols of how the electricity flows. It flows down and it's going to go up into that unfinished building. And from that building, from the top, out comes electricity basically to the government buildings, the local and regional government buildings. And that those electric symbols also go to another type of building that is distributing electricity to other places. It's a little complicated, but I try to include all the key elements of the system.
You know, it's complicated, but certainly the painting makes it a bit easier to grasp some of these concepts that you want people to understand. So the two people in the foreground are, they look like they're new employees and they're happy that they've got their jobs, they're making a living, they can feed their families and pay the rent.
Yes, and the woman is in red, and she is a Trumpy, and she's just delighted that there are now opportunities for her to work and opportunities for other women to work. And the man on her right in blue, he is a black man, and the Biden plan is also designed to help uh, the other minorities. And if you can see on the painting clearly, the black man has a hose on his shoulder,
Mhm.
and it comes out from underneath him. It goes up behind the bus and goes all the way up. And there is the charging station nozzle.
Got
And
it. Got it. And then above the White House is a circle with a yellow vehicle. And why did you what is that and why is it there?
well, it's an egg. And what is bursting out of the egg is an electric vehicle. Now, a lot of people who do not have an electric car do not fully realize that there are distance limitations to it. You can only go so far, and then you have to get it charged. And although the market for electric vehicles is growing, when Biden's national electric vehicle charging network is installed, that will be the point of the real growth, the burst forward of the electric car marketplace.
Got
And
it. Okay.
that symbol tries to remind us that that's what's going to happen.
Terrific. And one other thing that I'm curious about, you do have um, either some looks like some emission or some steam at the very top coming out of something?
Oh, uh, the photo didn't quite catch it all. That's a smokestack, and out of the smokestack, there's white smoke coming out of it in the same direction that the that I'm trying to figure out how to call it, the blue and electric symbols.
Hmm.
There's smoke that just comes up and arcs around and comes down on the far right side of the painting. So they all sort of connect together. So
They
it's a
all connect.
turbine generating electricity.
Got it. Got it. So, how do you feel? Because we don't have a lot of time left, but how do you feel? Obviously, there's job creation involved for a certain amount of people, but how do you feel that the people of the country are going to benefit from what's going on and what the plan is?
Primarily job creations, thousands and thousands of jobs, and the people of the United States should be excited about that. And secondarily, it's going to make it possible for the electric vehicle to be born, and that's going to create more jobs. And then at the end of the day, uh, the charging network is going to help reduce the threat of climate change to every young adult living today and the children that come after them. And usually, when we talk about the impact of climate change, we're talking about the grandkids. But the way things are going, all young adults and even many seniors are going to be adversely affected by climate change. But Biden's plan with respect to the electric vehicles will significantly reduce the amount of emissions that are going up and surrounding the earth.
Great. And my last question to you, because we really are short on time, and I know that you can be very succinct with this, is why is Killen and Associates offering to undertake this project in such an extensive way?
Well, first of all, the project is to produce many paintings on Biden's plan. We're looking at just about every element of it, including the infrastructure, both the hard and soft elements of an infrastructure. And we're doing it because we think that not necessarily the paintings, because you can only show the paintings in a limited amount of way, but it is the photographs. Millions and millions of people can receive the photographs, and those photographs help them educate themselves and I think act differently. And I think that's good for all of us and the nation.
Michael, I would agree, and I'm looking forward to having many, many more conversations with you. It's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for your great work. Thank you for illuminating all of us and the country and those that see it through the photographs. We really, really appreciate it. And for the Killen Report, I'm Jonathan Clyde. Thank you for joining us.
And thank you.